Welcome to the Fall 2020-2021 North Hennepin Community College Virtual Scholarship Reception. My name is Troy Nellis, Director of Alumni Relations and Development, and I also have the honor of being the Scholarship Director for North Hennepin Community College. The pandemic has affected us in innumerable ways, and I know that we can't all be together this year, and the impact has been dramatic for all of us in our daily lives. But the reality is the pandemic can't touch your indomitable spirit in getting this scholarship award. This is a significant achievement, and your ability to get a quality education and your passion for the work that you do. And the pandemic can also not affect the passion the North Hennepin Community College Foundation feels over being able to put on an event that celebrates a significant achievement in your life. We wish we could be with you in person. That's typically what we do in these events, where we get faculty and staff together along with donors, your family, your friends, your colleagues, to have a moment where we can celebrate this significant achievement in your life. But hopefully this is the next best thing. At North Hennepin Community College, NHCC's mission is to engage students and change lives, which is an embodiment of what the NHCC community does as a collective family. Students, faculty, staff, donors, alumni, and the broader Brooklyn Park community, and beyond that even, united in one singular goal: to make a significant difference in our students' personal, academic, and professional lives. This scholarship reception is a celebration of all of your achievements and is a testament to the power of a community college education, specifically your community college education, and all the great things we know you will achieve in the future. Additionally, a heartfelt thanks goes out to all the donors who have made the dreams of NHCC students possible for all of these years to gain that college education and have the opportunity to experience the joy of securing a scholarship. Attaining a scholarship instills pride, provides recognition, and creates the motivation, passion, and perseverance. Incredibly important qualities that build much-needed confidence for any student trying to achieve their college and career dreams. Thank you, donors, for your philanthropic vision, your generosity, and your commitment and dedication to NHCC and its students. An additional thanks goes out to the NHCC Foundation Board, 12 men and women making a difference every day in the lives of our students, and to the foundation staff, Executive Director Dale Faegre, Director of Foundation Services Laura Brandt, and Administrative Specialist Brittany Kaiser, for their dedication and support of the college and its students. I also want to thank CCX Media for your incredible generosity in helping us put this together. Mr. Dave Kaiser serves on the NHCC Foundation Board, and Dustin has been instrumental in helping us put this together. Thank you, CCX Media, for supporting the community in the ways that you do. This year, the campus was able to award over $300,000 in scholarship monies to our incredible NHCC students. This represents a 53% increase in award monies over last year. Every year, the goal of the NHCC Foundation is to make a difference and change lives. It's a place where friends are raised before funds and where your bold generosity is welcomed. I want to personally congratulate every scholarship recipient on achieving this milestone in your educational career. A tradition at NHCC is to take a photo with the NHCC president. You'll be hearing from Dr. Rolando Garcia in a few moments, and also Foundation President Stacie Haugen, who also will be here, along with your donor by your side all the way through for a celebratory memento to mark the occasion. I look forward to that day when we can be together and experience that reality, and we can personally congratulate you on this significant accomplishment. So in a few moments, we're going to interview Dr. Rolando Garcia along with Stacie Haugen. They were so generous of their time to actually come to the studio and share their thoughts on this incredible achievement of yours. Additionally, we'll be doing an interview specifically with a scholarship recipient and talking about something important to us in the foundation, the idea of impact. So Joy Graham will be joining us. Unfortunately, she can't come to the studio, it'll be via Zoom, but that will be coming up here shortly. Along with, we're going to do a slideshow, and we're going to highlight all of your accomplishments and individual pictures and photos. All of you were so generous to share all of that with us, and there will be a slideshow featuring all of those pieces. And finally, we'll be interviewing such a cool opportunity with our donor, Mr. Don Davis, who has the Don Davis Law Enforcement Endowed Scholarship. He will actually be interviewing his recipient this year, Dustin Savage. So the recipient and a donor, Mr. Davis and Mr. Savage, connecting together and talking about this amazing occasion. I hope you enjoy this program as much as it's been fun for us to put the thing together. It's been a joy and a privilege to be able to do this for you. And finally, we'll end our presentation tonight with a thank you montage. All of you in your own ways, through video and through Zoom, connecting with us to show your appreciation and your appreciation to donors. It is now my pleasure to welcome Dr. Rolando Garcia, President of North Hennepin Community College, and Stacie Haugen, our NHCC Foundation President. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Troy.
Absolutely. And we're going to go a little bit more informal now. And Rolando, I think our first question centers on, have you ever received a scholarship?
Absolutely. I received a scholarship to attend the University of Miami, and without that scholarship, there was no way that someone poor like myself would have been able to attend that caliber of university. And really, it was life-changing, the experiences and the connections that I made there, and that set me up for future success. And so it was super important that that pretty much all of my education was covered through scholarships.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's absolutely inspirational, and really we wanted to interview both of you today to give some advice to our students as well. So let's focus though for a second, Stacie, on the connection of, you shared with me earlier that you hadn't received a scholarship in the past, but you had some really inspirational words to share with our audience.
Yeah, so I didn't receive a scholarship in the past, and it was one of those things where back when I was at North Hennepin, I'm an alum, and there just weren't that many, and I didn't think that I could get one. And so I didn't apply. And so I encourage folks, now that we have so many of these scholarships, to really go out and do that, because it definitely made my journey through North Hennepin a little bit more difficult. I had to work really, really hard to earn the money to pay for my tuition, and it definitely would have made my life a little bit easier. So go out and apply for those scholarships, because you can get them.
Oh, that's fantastic. And it's so true. Our scholarship program has grown immensely over the years, and very blessed to have your leadership, Stacie, in the foundation as the foundation president. And to both of you, this question, particular advice that you would give our recipients this year in their scholarship year, of what advice do you have for them?
Sure. Do you want me to go first, or would you like Stacie to?
Let's have you
answer
first, Rolando. That'd be
take
great.
This one. My advice really to students is really engage and maximize your time at the college. I know for me, it was important to connect with students that were just like me and had common interests and build a network, right? Because having that network helps encourage you to stay in college and to be retained. And really, there's so many opportunities that will change you, not just academically, but really socially. And so college is the time for that. And so I would say maximize your time and get involved and get engaged with the college.
Great advice, great advice. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. And Stacie?
You know, my thought was, as someone who didn't apply for a scholarship, you've already done the hard work, and you've applied for it, and you were selected. And I think just knowing that we believed in you and you are worthy of this award, and I just hope that gives you a little bit of confidence as you move forward, and it helps you continue to just work hard and focus and reach your educational and career goals, knowing that we're behind you with on that.
I love it. Everybody, I hope you're taking notes. This is great advice from Rolando and Stacie on how to leverage scholarships and how to leverage your opportunity really across the board, personal, educational, occupational journey starts with these things. It's fantastic. So for both of you, our last question, when we think about philanthropic vision, our donors have been incredibly generous. And it's their generosity that has sustained the foundation over all of these years and awarded countless student scholarships. But I'm curious, we'll start with you, Rolando, again, your personal philanthropic vision.
So my personal philanthropic vision is really to give back and bring up the community as a whole, right? So when we think of philanthropy and what it means, it's not just helping that one student, it's helping their families. So by contributing, you're not just helping a particular student be successful, but you're helping that whole family and everybody that's connected to that person be successful. And so I'm an example of that. I mean, my parents came from another country, they struggled here, and so because of other people's generosity, I was able to go to school and over time really be able to raise the hopes for my family and for the folks in my community. And so that's exactly what you do when you're philanthropic and you give back to the community.
Absolutely, absolutely. Almost a pay it forward kind
Absolutely.
of dynamic. I love it, I love it. And Stacie?
You know, for me, it's a little bit more personally related to North Hennepin because my husband and I are both alums of the college. And we had great experiences at very different times in our lives. And myself as a high school alum, and then my husband as an adult learner. And we just had such great experiences. And philanthropy helps set North Hennepin apart from others and make it such a asset to our community. It helps a faculty member create just one more, unique learning opportunity for a student. It helps a department create a program that helps students be successful and stay on track. It helps us award all these scholarships to these amazing students. And so for my husband and I, we had this great experience, and so how can we give that back? And so that others can be successful. And it's just such an amazing feeling. And it just brings us so much joy to be able to do that. So that's really, for us, it's the giving back to the organization that gave us so much, right? And got us a good start.
I love it, I love
Absolutely.
it. And that's a twist on philanthropy as well, is being able to be giving of oneself back to a greater cause. And I think that's inspirational as well. Dr. Rolando Garcia, president of North Hennepin Community College, and NHCC Foundation President Stacie Haugen, I can't thank you both enough for being here today. This is so important to our students. Normally, as you both know, we celebrate in person. We have an event with food and celebratory friendships and colleagues and staff and faculty all together, donors collectively getting together and celebrating this, but we're hoping that this is the next best thing to celebrating all of the incredible awards that we gave this year for the Fall 20, Spring 2021 year. Thank you both.
Thank you for having
Thank you, Troy.
us.
Welcome to the North Hennepin Community College Foundation Scholarship Awards for Fall 2020, Spring 2021, a celebration of the donors that give, the students that receive, and the community it represents at North Hennepin Community College. I'm your host, Troy Nellis, Director of Alumni Relations and Development, and we have an incredible slideshow for you, celebrating the perseverance, determination, and passion of our amazing North Hennepin Community College students. Our first two awardees are recipients of the Chuck and Mary Jane Thompson Health Professionals Endowed Scholarship, starting with Megan Baird, a nursing student who will be pursuing a career as a labor and delivery postpartum nurse. Her scholarship was impactful because it gives her a hands up to retrain for a career that will both help others and support her children as they embark on a new, bright, and safe future. Our second awardee, Hussein Mohammed, is a nursing student as well. He wants to be a registered nurse. His scholarship was impactful because it was essential in covering his expenses for course-related material. The recipient of the Christopher Hakel Endowed Scholarship is Maddie Bitzer. She's an Associate of Arts degree. She is pursuing a career in echocardiography, and she is saying the scholarship was impactful because being a college student, as hard as it is, but when you have to pay for it yourself, it's even more difficult. She said getting this scholarship will help her to work part-time to save more money when she transfers to the University of Minnesota Rochester. The Alice S. Peterson Endowed Scholarship this year goes to Davin Hageland. He is a law enforcement student who wants to be an officer in a local city. He said this year was a tough year for him, and it's a sigh of relief knowing that he has one less thing to worry. Our next 5 awards are from our generous donor, Mainzel Services. They give generously to the North Hennepin Community College campus every year, specifically through 2 majors. The first, the Mainzel Computer Science Annual Scholarship, 5 recipients this year. Matthew Ndikiewicz starts the list. He is a computer science major who is pursuing a career as a machine learning engineer. He says now he has more time to give back to his community rather than trying to work to pay off loans. Our next recipient, Komivi Romain Semenu, is a computer science major as well as all 5 of these students. He wants to pursue a career in software engineering and go on for a 4-year degree. Cyrus Mwangi is an information systems manager major and also pursuing computer science. He hopes to go to Metro State and join their undergraduate and master's program. He said scholarships are a practical solution for those who cannot afford the entire amount of tuition but are interested in empowering themselves. Andrew Eggstrand, also a computer science major, and says as the son of a single parent, he has to pay the majority of his education himself, and he greatly appreciates the scholarship. And finally, Faizo Bimala. He is a computer science major as well and wants to be a data analyst and a front and back end developer. He cites the pandemic and says that the opportunity to use the money to pay for tuition will help him immensely. Mainzel also contributes generously to our Human Services program at North Hennepin Community College, and this year 3 recipients will receive this award, starting with Mariah Sodrin. Mariah wants to be a human services professional in the area of mental health. She said the scholarship has impacted her in a huge way, helping her to meet her educational goals. And then Sarah Ann Kathleen Berger, a human services communication study major who wants to pursue a career in social work. The impact for her was also huge, as she is currently homeless and has been homeless for over a year and a half. Kanisha Giles is going into social work, and she says the scholarship impacted her to give her financial security and the confidence boost she needed to push herself to do well in school, and this proves that hard work does pay off. There are 2 recipients of the Kurt and Kelly Johnson Financial Needs Scholarship this year. Kelly Johnson serves very generously on the North Hennepin Community College Foundation board. She and her husband have established this Financial Needs Scholarship, and this year, Kiralee Odipo is a recipient, a pre-engineering major, wants to get into chemical engineering and forensic science, and talks about how her scholarship will help be sure that her education goes uninterrupted and all costs are covered. Our second recipient of the Kurt and Kelly Johnson Financial Needs Scholarship is Mai Vang. She's a business transfers pathways major, hoping to be a consultant, an advisor, and or a project program manager. She's grateful for the scholarship and says that her employer laid her off in January, so she was unable to secure tuition reimbursement. The scholarship will go a long way in helping her stay debt-free. The Idelia T. Loso Memorial Endowed Scholarship this year goes to Trung Lee. She is a biology baccalaureate partnership major who wants to be a pharmacist. She personally wants to thank her scholarship sponsor, Gene Swanson, the North Hennepin Community College Foundation, and all of the instructors who helped her with her education. There are 3 recipients this year of the Brooklyn Park Rotary Endowed Foundation Scholarship, starting with Xi Vang. Xi wants to be a network engineering and internet security career. That is her career aspirations, a computer science major. She says that she wants the scholarship because it allowed her to selfishly pursue her wish to acquire greater knowledge than her parents ever were able to experience. Rosa Delgado is our next recipient of the Brooklyn Park Rotary Scholarship, an Associate of Arts and Film Emphasis major who wants to be a movie director. She said it's great knowing that her hard work is being paid off. And finally, Dennis Quash is our final Brooklyn Park Rotary recipient, a biology transfer pathways major who wants to be an optometrist. He says this will lower the burden of paying his tuition, which is a common theme, and allows him to focus more on school rather than work. This year's Thrivent Financial Annual Scholarship, another generous donor to the campus, the Thrivent Company. Zane Durrani is a business computer systems and management major and wants to be a computer systems analyst. He cites the impact of the scholarship being an international student who doesn't qualify for financial aid, meaning he has to pay for tuition fees out of pocket. The North Hennepin Community College Foundation, along with the honors program here at North Hennepin, every year award a lucky honors student a scholarship. And this year it's Jessica Tim, an Associate of Arts, liberal arts major who wants to get a career in accounting. She's grateful to the foundation and the honors program for granting her this award. Instead of worrying about financial troubles, the award allows her to focus on learning and growing. The Esther J. Tessman Nursing Endowed Scholarship goes to Alvina Chi. Alvina is a nursing health sciences broad field major who wants to get into a career of medicine. She said the scholarship was impactful because she is a mother of 3 children. Her husband is working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. And as she very poignantly says, any extra penny we can get greatly helps. Otemo Joy Graham is a recipient of the Paul and Sheila Wellstone International Endowed Scholarship. You will hear her interview with me later in this program. She's a nursing major and wants to be a nursing educator. She said the scholarship award is one she'll always cherish because it came at the right time and has truly been impactful. Heather Goodrue received the Alan LePage Second Chance Scholarship. She is a medical laboratory technology major, wants to be a lab manager, and says that this scholarship has been impactful because it allows her to stay in college through these trying times. We have another Alan LePage Second Chance Scholarship recipient in Abby Haley. Abby Haley is a paralegal major and wants to be a criminal defense paralegal. She says she doesn't know why she got this second chance at life, but she's incredibly grateful every day for it. She's going to make it count, not just for her, but everybody that has suffered from the disease of addiction that never ever got a chance before. The Charlotte Howe and Norby and Keith L. Norby Endowed Scholarship goes to Sonia Ciharak. Sonia is a nursing major who wants to be a labor and delivery nurse. Why the scholarship was impactful to her? It allows her to focus on her education without the added pressure of finances. Our nursing scholarship this year goes to Gabe Cantua. Gabe is a nursing major who wants to be a healthcare interpreter. He says the impact of generosity and gratitude is understated. These qualities are what allow us to get through any situation together. The Dr. John Helling Endowed Scholarship, a past president of North Hennepin for 23 years and North Hennepin Community College's first president. He and his wife Sandra generously give to the campus every year, and they also have an endowed scholarship. This year's recipient, Angie Harris, an Associate of Arts major who wants to become an elementary education teacher. She said that the Dr. John Helling Endowed Scholarship has greatly impacted her life financially as a middle-aged college student and the mother of 2 college students herself. Thank you for the generosity of Dr. and Mrs. Helling. The Craig R. and Ann R. Annis Endowed Scholarship goes to Morris Jabetta, a medical lab technology student who wants to be a laboratory technologist and will advance to his 4-year degree. The Evelyn Schmidt Memorial Endowed Scholarship, this year's recipient, Aurelia Alvarado. She is a nursing student and also wants to be a labor and delivery nurse. She says she's so grateful for the scholarship. It lessens the financial burden, particularly for her family after her father suffered a brain injury and became unemployed. The Luther Toyota City Endowed Scholarship goes to Sai Yang. Sai is a psychology major who wants to be a psychotherapist and a spiritual healer. She says, "Thank you for uplifting my spirit and gifting my family the opportune belief in kindness and miracles," which is exactly what the scholarship is, an answered prayer. The Junie Tessman Memorial Endowed Scholarship is another scholarship by Eldon Tessman. This was his wife. In honor of his wife, there are two recipients. The first recipient, Meng Vang, she is a pre-engineering student, and she is an engineering career is what she's aspiring for, specifically with GreenHack and Unison. Why the scholarship was impactful? It's a stepping stone to pursue her career goals and also relieves the amount of loans you have to take out. Then, the second recipient of the Junie Tessman Memorial Endowed Scholarship is Zane Wu. Zane is a paralegal major, and he wants to be an attorney. He cites the pandemic as well and the big financial relief that will help him to continue his education. The Don Davis Law Enforcement Endowed Scholarship, another great interview coming up with Don Davis, our scholarship endower and donor, along with his recipient, Dustin Savage. Dustin is a law enforcement major, and he wants to be a reserve, well, actually is right now a reserve sheriff deputy. He said the scholarship is impactful because he's able to take a break from working this year to focus more on his academics and spend more time volunteering in the community. The Cobb Presidential Scholarship gives a number of scholarships every year. Several more names will come up later in the program. This one goes, though, to Miranda Rearson. She is an Associate of Arts major pursuing a career in education. She's grateful for the scholarship because it will help her pursue further higher education and achieve her life goals. Miriam Hazard Nursing Endowed Scholarship is giving several scholarships again this year, including Ernestine Cheetah, a nursing major who wants to be in nursing. She said that this will help her with her fall tuition, as her financial aid did not fully cover her tuition this year. Fane Ira is the next recipient of the Miriam Hazard Endowed Nursing Scholarship, another nursing major, who said this will help him work toward their goal of becoming a nurse and by helping them take care of their tuition. The Liberal Arts Scholarship goes to Sarah Latola. Sarah is a liberal arts major as well, pursuing a career in medicine. She says by receiving this scholarship, her financial burden will lighten. This year's William A. Hewitt Endowed Scholarship goes to Mark Metsema. Mark is a wellness coordinator and wants to be a wellness specialist. He said that receiving the scholarship allows him to continue his work toward a corporate wellness degree. It couldn't happen at a better time, and he's grateful for it. The Jerry Sandvik Baccalaureate Endowed Scholarship goes to Karina Solis. Karina is a communication studies major who has graduated and now is going to Metro State University. She will then pursue a master's degree in leadership at St. Thomas. She has a compelling narrative about being an international student, having her mother try to help her with her education, but unfortunately her mother is in the tourist industry and she lost her job. The scholarship came at an important time for her because she will need to pay for her tuition and books, and without fully her mom's support, this couldn't have come at a better time. The Howard and Sonia Olson Endowed Scholarship goes to Calista Hines. Calista is a nursing major who wants to be an RN. She said the scholarship she's received have made it possible for her to pursue her dream, and she is beyond grateful. Sonia Ann Waltz receives the T. Chris Stahl Scholarship. Tom Stahl is actually an instructor here at the campus and generously gives to the foundation. Sophie is a nursing major and wants to be an emergency room nurse practitioner. She said receiving this scholarship very poignantly will help her to help and serve others. The Stahl Scholarship focuses on community service. The Business Computer System Scholarship goes to Denzana Skeho. Denzana is a business administration major and wants to get her bachelor's degree and hopes to work in a hospital setting. She's grateful for the scholarship because it will help her to spend more time studying and less time working. The ACUB scholarship this year goes to Hoy Pham. Hoy is a computer science major. Why is this scholarship impactful to him? He says it impacts him in many different ways, financially, emotionally, and motivationally. The Cynthia Pins Nursing Scholarship, a former faculty member at North Hennepin Community College who passed away some years ago, but her husband Dwayne generously gives to the foundation, goes this year to Nicole Jardine. Nicole is a nursing major, wants to work at North Memorial after graduation, and says the scholarship was very impactful to her personally. This helps her reduce her financial burden. The Success in Economics Scholarship this year goes to Kate Bomer. Kate is getting a certificate in Spanish and wants a career as an ASL interpreter. She said the scholarship helps her to continue her education during the pandemic without having to worry if she can afford the cost of living. The Joseph Eiten Endowed Scholarship goes to Nur Adan. Nur is a student nurse, and I smiled when I saw that he said a dad with 3 kids. What a wonderful thing. He is a career major going into nursing within an ICU department. He said the scholarship is impactful during the pandemic because of all the uncertainty. He can't thank his donors enough and other well-wishers who made this possible for him. Thank you for your generosity. The Sharon Johnson Memorial Endowed Scholarship goes to Nasibo Bagajo. Nasibo is a nursing major who wants to go on to Metro State. She is originally from Kenya and has a bachelor's degree from that country, but her previous degree disqualified her from grants, so she is deeply grateful for the scholarship. The Mini Analytics Scholarship goes to Hannah D. She is a computer science transfer pathways and accounting certificate major, wants to be a full stack developer or go into computer forensics. This was impactful for her because of the pandemic as well. She can reduce the number of jobs she'll have to work, which helps her to survive and make it through college. The Exercise Science Scholarship goes to Julie Tonais. Julie is a aspiring occupational therapist. She said she's grateful for the scholarship as a working mother of 2, which allows her to come back and get her college degree. So this is truly a blessing. She is beyond thankful. The Edinburgh Pro USA Foundation Scholarship goes to Abdish Shakur Hadafal. He is a computer science major and says that the scholarship will take some stress off of him and help him push to be a better student and a better adult. This year's recipient, JL Mangi, was a recipient last year as well, and this year she receives 2 scholarships. She's a construction management major. She receives the Minnesota Asphalt Pavement Association and the National Association of Women in Construction scholarships. She receives 2 awards, each equaling $1,000. Receiving these scholarships has motivated and encouraged her to pursue her careers and her academic goals. The Charles Chuck Long Physical Science Endowed Scholarship goes to Shelby Conway. She is a biology transfer pathways major who wants to be a veterinarian. She said the scholarship she received will allow her to focus much more on school. She's thankful to take out fewer loans this semester, and her debt load will be reduced. And congratulations and welcome to North Hennepin to Sarah Omari, our open house scholarship recipient from our admissions and the foundation department. Welcome, Sarah, as a new North Hennepin Community College student who wants to be a pediatric nurse. She says the scholarship is great because it will help her to reduce her tuition fees. Halamo Yasin is the recipient of the Chuck Guthrie Memorial Scholarship, a pre-nursing major. Her plan is to go to work in a children's hospital. She says she's been working multiple jobs as long as she can remember. Clearly, the scholarship has a huge impact for her. And the International Student Scholarship goes to Joseph Ayudeje Aduboy. He is a nursing major and wants to go for his boards and get a bachelor in nursing. He said the scholarship will help him with his tuition, and it came at the right time. It came at a time that he never expected. The North Hennepin Community College Foundation also wants to acknowledge these North Hennepin scholarship recipients, starting with the Barbara K. Mantini Phi Theta Kappa Endowed Scholarship that goes to Emmanuel and Zedekiah. Also, the Gary Winia Memorial Phi Theta Kappa Endowed Scholarship, 2 awardees this year, Jade Milnes and Emily Morris. The Charlotte Howe and Keith L. Norby Endowed Scholarship goes to Lucy Herr. The Alan LePage Second Chance Endowed Scholarship, Jade Millen. The Chuck and Mary Jane Thompson Health Professionals Endowed Scholarship, Joshua Dorr and Susan Baranga. The Dr. Barbara J. Johnson Endowed Scholarship for Re-Entry Women, this year's recipient, Elizabeth Airwood. Another recipient of the Edinburgh USA Pro-Am Foundation Endowed Scholarship, Kevin Hyun. June E. Tessman and Larry D. Finch, another scholarship from Eldon Tessman and his wife, Addie. Their scholarship goes to Marcella Fairley. We had several other COP Presidential Scholarship awardees, Grace Flanagan Babatudna, Panhia Lowe, and Catherine Muchoki. The Luther Toyota City Endowed Scholarship, Noel Fallon. Another recipient of the Miriam Hazard Nursing Endowed Scholarship, Jarl Landon and Larissa Thompson. And the Vicki and John Letman Endowed Scholarship, Rosaline Amia. Finally, 2 more additional scholarship recipients the foundation would like to acknowledge. Another recipient of the National Association of Women in Construction annual scholarship goes to Dalia Martinez. And finally, another nursing scholarship recipient in Beatrice Oga. The state of Minnesota offers generously workforce development scholarships every year. The foundation and financial aid would like to acknowledge these scholarship recipients. These awardees have received this scholarship because they are pursuing careers in high demand, and the state of Minnesota generously offers these scholarships across the state of Minnesota and through the Minnesota State Colleges systems to majors pursuing high demand careers. Those specifically are computer science, and this is a list of our awardees. And also within health professions, and there are several slides of this year's recipients. In total, 85 scholarships have been issued for the Minnesota Workforce Scholarships this year to these applicants and scholarship recipients. The North Hennepin Community College Foundation wants to congratulate all of our recipients as well as North Hennepin Community College on this significant accomplishment. This is a celebration today of your accomplishments. We wish you all of the best in your studies.
Hi, I'm Don Davis, former police chief of the city of Brooklyn Park, and also a privilege to have been an adjunct faculty member at North Hennepin Community College for about 22 years in the law enforcement program. And through those 2 affiliations, I became very aware of the work of the North Hennepin Community College Foundation, and that's the reason I'm here today on behalf of the foundation to help recognize a recipient this year of the scholarship that was put in my name when I retired from the city. A group of business members in the community and members of the Brooklyn Park Rotary Club established an endowed scholarship in my name. And I've had the honor every year of meeting with the students who are selected to receive that. This year, our student receiving a scholarship in the amount of $800 is Dustin Savage. Dustin has had a long-time career interest in law enforcement, and his goal right now, as I understand it, Dustin, you'd like to be a member of the Minnesota State Patrol. That's part of the Minnesota Department of Public Safety, a statewide law enforcement agency, and it's a good goal to have in mind. How did you select the State Patrol? Is this something you've always wanted to do?
Yeah, so I've been researching the types of departments and types of agencies that I could get into, and I did a ride-along about a year ago with a state trooper, and we were discussing all the specialty divisions and advancement opportunities within State Patrol. And from canine to the executive protection unit protecting the governor, there's always something new that I can do in a state patrol. And to me, being able to move around and try out these new specialty divisions and always be able to do something else if I wanted to, that interests me a lot.
It's a very, very good agency. When I left Brooklyn Park, I was honored to have been selected as a commissioner for the Department of Public Safety, and that's one of its divisions, along with the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, Fire Marshal's Office, Office of Traffic Safety, and so on. But I knew many of the troopers before going there, and I really reinforced some friendships while I was there. And they've also got the Air Wing, which I thought was a spectacular group. If you got an interest in flying, that might be something to look at too. But you're correct, there are a lot of opportunities, and being that it's a statewide agency, you're exposed to the metro area if you're assigned here or outstate Minnesota. It's a great, great organization to work with. And maybe you want to mention a little bit about what you're doing right now. I understand you're a police or a deputy, reserve deputy with the Stacie County Sheriff's Department.
Yes, sir. So right now I am a reserve sheriff deputy for the Stacie County Sheriff's Office. I've been doing that for almost a year now. And basically what I do is I go out with other reserves and other sheriff deputies. I ride along with them. I provide backup. We help with medical calls, community events.
You're well aware, I'm sure, between what's occurred this year with the tragic situation in Minneapolis and the questioning and disturbances going on around the country. Law enforcement's under a lot of scrutiny right now. In some ways, I think that's beneficial. It's good because you're getting more community involvement in asking, what do you do, law enforcement? How do you do it? What does it cost us? So that's good. So you're going to be facing those kinds of questions, maybe from friends or family. Why do you want to do that? Take pride in what you're going to do. Take pride in the position you'll be in. And law enforcement, I've always said, is a very, very rewarding career. I was in it for 35 years. Every day was a privilege to be there. I enjoyed wearing the badge. And the community interaction was a lot of fun. Organizations like North Hennepin Community College or Northwest Cable Television, it's just a fun kind of experience you can acquire while you're there. So keep up, and your involvement in reserves, I think, shows something. You are committed, you are dedicated to want to become a law enforcement officer. And Minnesota, as I'm sure you're aware, was the first state in the union to license police officers. We were the first state. Many have copied the Minnesota model. So people say, well, cops should be better educated. They should go through psychological evaluation. That's been the basic law here since 1979. College degrees, comprehensive background, psychological evaluations, and very in-depth training. And the training is related to the agency you'll end up serving with. The needs of Minneapolis or Brooklyn Park are a bit different than the State Patrol. The State Patrol is a bit different than the Duluth Police Department. So take pride in what you're going to do. Be willing to stand up. Be willing to answer professionally and in a logical manner the questions. Why do you want to do this? I think you'll have a very, very good time with it.
Mm-hmm.
Joining us now is Otemo Joy Graham, the recipient this year of the Paul and Sheila Wellstone International Endowed Scholarship. Joy, as you said you like to be known, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, too. It's an honor to be here today.
That's my pleasure as well. I'm so glad that you could join us here by Zoom. So take us back to that moment. You're a student at North Hennepin right now. You're in the pre-nursing program, taking generals, getting ready, and you aspire to be a nurse, but also an educator. But my first question for you is, take us back to that moment when you applied for the scholarship.
As an international student, coming from my former school, I never thought it's possible for international students to apply for scholarship. I thought it was just restricted to just citizens. So when I saw the mail that I can apply for the scholarship, I was like, no, I don't think I'm part of this. Let me not do it. But the international student advisor, Carmen, sent out the mail again and said, we can apply, that there's a space for international students. And I did just that. And it was really terrifying at first. I was like, okay, let me just try and see if I'll get it. I was really surprised to get the response that I got the scholarship. It was really, really joyful moment for me.
I'm so glad that you said that. That is a common misconception that international students are unable to apply for scholarships, and what it navigates is financial aid. But the scholarships, we have a number of scholarships, and we award a number of international students every single year at North Hennepin Community College. So I appreciate you mentioning that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a joy. Yeah.
yes, and a special shout out to Carmen, the advisor, for
Yeah.
letting international students know that you qualified. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes, that's wonderful.
It was just
So,
amazing. Yeah.
oh, good, good.
Yeah.
So then bring us back, all the listeners, to that moment when you got notification from the North Hennepin Community College Foundation that you received the Wellstone International Scholarship.
Like a week before I got the mail, I was checking my mail constantly, like, Lord, please, please, I need this money. Please, whatever it is, I need it. And that morning, I just took my phone and went through my school mail, and I saw it. I exploded with joy. I stood up. There was a song I used to sing as a child back home in my country, in my language. It's saying agogo. Agogo means joy. So I stood up and I started dancing. You sing it and you dance this way. And I did that. And my kids were like, what is wrong? I couldn't say anything to them.
Oh.
I just started dancing. I danced and danced. And it was a joy I couldn't really explain because it came from within me. I was not expecting it. It was it's a moment I will not forget. I wouldn't forget it.
And I'm not going to forget this moment either. What a wonderful story.
Yeah.
One of the greatest joys I have as a scholarship director to give awards to our students and our foundation staff. This is a sacred charge for us, but it's wonderful to hear your personal story of how you felt, that emotion. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And a big part of why we do this, of course, and why I think the next sets up the next question is the idea of impact. Scholarships, the donors that we have amazing donors that contribute to scholarships every single year, but these are huge impacts, right, for all students. Take us to your personal impact story of what this award means to you.
Yeah. We all know that the world economy is in the trenches now, especially my country. It's really, really hard in my country now. The dollar exchange in the exchange market, the governmental exchange market, it exchanged for 382, a naira for 382, a dollar for 382 naira. And in the black market where you will get the dollar, it's 450 naira to a dollar. So it's a huge amount for me. So getting it took away so much pressure of how I'm going to pay for my tuition, my insurance, my house rent, and so many other bills that I have to take care of. So when it came, it was like, okay, this is just a start for me. Like, this is going to be impactful in the sense that it can take care of some of my bills and part of my tuition. And like I said earlier in my response to you, I didn't finish from North Hennepin Technical College. I'm a transfer student. So I had just one course to take and finish that program. I was in the medical office program in Hennepin Technical College. And when that scholarship money came, I was like, okay, now I will be able to take my own personal money and pay for that program, that remaining course, and complete that program, and then pay for my tuition in North Hennepin. So it took care of a lot. Like, it relieved my stress. So it's been impactful. I'm going to get my degree from the medical office program, and I'll be able to pay part of my tuition here. So it's really, really relieving.
Oh, that's wonderful. And tell us, Joy, your country of origin.
I'm from Nigeria.
Nigeria. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah.
gosh, well, this has been such a pleasure being able to visit with you today. Congratulations from all of us at the North Hennepin Community College Foundation and the greater North Hennepin Community College community on this significant achievement. We are so proud of you. We can't wait to hear more of your successes, as I know they will be innumerable as your life goes on. And thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you too. Thank you too.
Pleasure. And dear viewers, the celebration continues on the virtual North Hennepin Community College Foundation Scholarship reception.
Hi, so I just wanted to say thank you so much for allowing me to receive the Chris Dale Scholarship. I know it's really going to help me, and it's going to help me forward my nursing career within my academic studies. I just want to say thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Sai Yang. I also go by the name Crystal. I wanted to give a shout out and thank you to Luther Toyota City for helping me out this year. It's given me a lot of motivation and encouragement to continue moving on my path towards success. When I received the news, I was very giggly and very acting like a kid. And I feel like that was a very monumental moment because I don't get to act like a kid that often. And that usually means I'm very super duper happy. So I'm very thrilled with the being the recipient, and I thank you so much.
Thank you very much for thinking about us.
I want to say thank you to the Fight to the Kappa Foundation for the scholarship. It actually went a long way considering the fact that there was a pandemic and I couldn't really walk on campus. So yeah, it really did went a long way. So I want to say thank you and I really appreciate it.
During times like these, when divisions between us seem to be getting bigger and bigger, qualities like kindness and generosity are really important things that help us keep together and moving forward. So I thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
My name is Larissa, and I wanted to thank Marion Hazard Indo organization for giving me my scholarship. It will help me a lot. I'm looking to do something in the medical field.
Hi, my name is Faisal, and I want to thank the Mars Computer Science Scholarship for the opportunity. I'm very happy and appreciative for this. And the scholarship will give me opportunity to use the money that I plan to pay my tuition to buy more stationery and books for fall and spring semester.
Hi, I just want to thank the LePage family for choosing me to be this year's Alan LePage Second Chance Scholarship recipient. It not only is going to help me extremely financially, but also the emotional aspect that it has had on me. The fact that you guys believe in me makes me believe in myself that much more. So I am honored and proud to accept this and know I can do this for not only me, but in honor of Alan and every struggling alcoholic and addict that did not quite get their second chance. Thank you.
Say thank you, Man's Human Service Scholarship. This has been an unbelievable gift. It has been such a blessing, not only to me, but just my family to receive this generosity. There's no words to say how grateful and how unbelievable this is. Like I still can't believe it. Thank you.
I just wanted to say thank you to the Esther Foundation for the scholarship. And it's really going to go a long way to help myself and my family to support us as I try to push through this journey. And hopefully in the future, as I take one step at a time to closer to my dream of going to medical school, I just want to say thank you. You guys played a big role in my life. Thank you so much.
Hello, dear donor. I'm Jayal Monkey and I'm making this short selfie video to thank you for these amazing gifts you've given to me. May God continue to bless you so that you can help other students like me. Thank you.
Thank you to the COP Foundation for this generous gift. I'm so excited to continue my education with the help of this scholarship.
I'm really grateful for the scholarship that you guys have given me. It's going to help me so much. Asante sana.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'd like to thank Mainzel Services for choosing me to receive their scholarship in the coming year. It'll be a great way to finish my final year studying computer science. I really appreciate it.
Hola, Mr. Sandvik. It is with great pleasure that I receive a scholarship from you through the North Hennepin Community College Foundation. Because of your generosity, I can proudly say that I'll be able to continue my education. Donors, thank you so much for everything you do for the college and for students like me. You are definitely helping us get closer and closer to achieving our educational goals and aspirations. Thank you for reminding us that dreams do come true. Adios!